How to get over the fear of being on camera. Now, here's the thing. This video is specifically gonna be for people that you're gonna be putting out social media content, you're gonna be putting out YouTube videos, podcasts, whatever it is, or you're gonna be getting on other people's podcasts. Here's the methods in which you can get over the fear of being on camera and actually kicking ass while you're on camera. It's difficult, but it's subjective because every single person handles it differently. There's some people that literally will sweat bullets and they're extremely shaky and they're really just nervous. It's not that they're not confident in the material that they're talking about. It's just the fact that they don't get on camera often. So they're gonna struggle with that if it's put in their face. Most of this is gonna be mindset wise, right? There's gonna be a couple exercises I'm gonna tell you about that I put people through as I'm recording video content with them. But most of this is just extremely simple. And hopefully I'm gonna help somebody today because listen, if you're the type of person that you own a business and you're knowledgeable in a specific field, you need to not only leverage social media and video content because it's the way of marketing nowadays. That's one reason to do it. But the other reason is like you have something to share with the world. It's your responsibility to share it. So let's get over this fear, make it happen, get you on video, and so that you can start recording some kick-ass content to put out in the world, market your business, and also deliver value to people. With anything else, literally anything that you could do. You play guitar, play basketball, if you're gonna edit video, if you're gonna bake goods, if you're gonna run a marathon or whatever it is, it all starts with that first time you do it. Now, if let's say for instance, you run a marathon and you're nervous about it, you're working up your sweat and it's really nerve-wracking and you're not sure how you're gonna do. Listen, you practiced it and now you're gonna do it for the first time. That first time is gonna be really difficult, but once you get it done and over with, you're gonna be like, I'm glad I did that. And then you're gonna do it again and it becomes addicting. That's literally how this works. Practice. Just don't be perfect. I know that's hard, it's a tall task to ask if you are a perfectionist, but the bottom line is to just get it out and get it done, get it over with. And I would even advise you to say like, if you're gonna record videos, if it's possible to have somebody in your office, maybe a spouse or a friend or somebody record the videos for you, and you're just gonna be talking, I would advise you doing it that way because they're gonna be the ones that are like, no, just push through it, just go. And then they record, and then when you're done, it's done recording, and then they move on to the next one. And I would tell you, don't go back and look at your footage. Have somebody else edit your content, put it out, and then you're good to go. And then just have the assumption that like, I'm just gonna get better and better over time. Go live if you have to, because with live, you're not editing it, you're just talking. And then that holds you accountable. That's just gonna be going out there and it's raw content. And just remember guys, like, people are fine with unpolished. People are fine with unrefined. Like it turns off a lot of people actually if it's well scripted. The statement for me is utilize today's best that you're doing is gonna be the floor for tomorrow. And then you just get better over time. And then tomorrow's floor is gonna be, or tomorrow's best is gonna be the floor for the next day. And then so on and so forth. And you just get better and better over time as you do it. That's the important thing to understand here. Obviously, outside of that, there's gonna be a few exercises that you could do. Like I would say, look at the camera and practice your topic like one time without it recording. Or guys, listen, like this is what post-production video editing's for. Let it record, and then if you nail it, then cool, like that's awesome. But if you don't nail it, then you can just start the video all over again and get it out again. And that's gonna be okay, because then you can have an editor go in and snip out any screw ups, mess ups, and stuff like that. Another tip that I can give you to get good video content out that's gonna kind of help you get over the fear of being on video is allow somebody to interview you. This is a really good way for people that aren't familiar with being on camera and aren't familiar with contextualizing a thought, putting it out there. Is literally, if you're on video, by the way, and you're talking about something, it should be something you're an expert in anyway. So you should be able to talk about it inside and out anyway. So what you could do is, let's say for instance, I'm recording video and I have my spouse or a team member sitting just off to the camera, so I don't have to look at the camera. You could do it what I call 60-minute style. So, you know, the show's 60 minutes, they're interviewing each other and they're never really ever looking at the camera. So you could do it that way where it's like, you have this person sitting here and you're just talking to them. So they're gonna pitch you a question and you're just gonna answer it while you're looking at them, so you don't even have to look at the camera. Then over time, come back this way and get almost eye contact with the camera, and then eventually you're gonna be making eye contact with the camera and work your way in that way. That's a really good kind of useful practice piece that you could roll with as well to kind of help at least get video content going without having to look directly into camera, because I know that can be weird for some people. So the last part of this is obviously, like I said, is going to be allowing people to interview you. You could have, ask somebody, even if it's a spouse or a parent or somebody that knows you, and say, hey, you don't really know what I do, so I just want you to get on video and like ask me. Get them on Zoom or Riverside and record the content that way, and allow them to just pitch you a ton of questions, and then you're hitting record and you're just talking. And that's one way to be able to get a really good consistent flow of content out without having to pressure yourself into the only thing you're talking to is a camera and it's not another human being, because I know that's a big roadblock for some people. The more you do it, the better you will get at it. Practice hard, and practice intentionally. And that's gonna get you to a point where you're gonna be very comfortable on camera, you're gonna be able to spit stuff out very, very easily, and it's not gonna be difficult for you. Boil it down to these steps, it will be something that you could just kind of crack into and break into and just, be a king and make sure that you're creating kick-ass content, which is the essential goal. So other than that, thank you so much for joining me today and hanging out for a little bit. If you haven't already, make sure you have subscribed to my channel, and leave a comment below if you have anything specific you would like for me to talk about and do a video on. If you have questions regarding video content, content marketing, podcasting, and all that stuff, I would love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment down below. Maybe I'll shoot a video answering that question for you there. Other than that, thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll see you on the next one.